Well, Darnell, final three games here of the preseason before they count for real. Obviously, I don't know if you're going to play all of them, but as a veteran now, what are the keys for you for the final week being good, you feeling good when the season starts? I mean, you've been through this process before, obviously.
Yeah, this is obviously as you get closer and closer to, for us, October 13th, you want to have, your work habits in order. Making your passes clean, reads well. So those are all things you want to get those last cobwebs out this week. Obviously, the first week really just goes into work and getting back into game shape. But this last week is really cleaning up the details and bringing, the work and effort that it takes to be, good in this league each and every night.
Well, you were right in there for I think about 29 and a half minutes on Saturday. I don't know if you looked at the ice time, but that must have cleared some cobwebs. How did you feel about that game?
Yeah, no, it's always good to get out there and burn off the rust. So it was good to play minutes like that, and obviously it was an interesting game. I think there's a lot of things that we learned that we can continue to be better at, continue to peck away at here as camp ramps up and finishes off. So I think for us it's another step. These last three games though this week are important just to have our game in order and know that we have our habits and the work that it takes to be successful in this league, to have that all in order for when next Wednesday comes.
Duncan Keith is going to play tonight. Kind of formally joined you guys a couple of days ago after coming out of the quarantine. What can you say about sort of just being around him initially and how you hope he's going to help, maybe just not on the blue line, but with some off-ice things as well? And thank you.
Yeah, he's you bring him in, and since day one he comes in and brings that that hard work ethic, and I think that first and foremost for guys that pushes each and every guy. You have him come in and each and every day is non-negotiable for him. A guy that's been achieved what he has in this league, to see what he brings and puts out on the ice each and every day and in the gym. It's infectious for each and every guy in this room. So to see that type of work come from him and to have him in our fold now, it's exciting, and it'll be great to see him in some game action tonight.
Your defense has some new parts in it. There's two new guys, and Bouchard is elevated the amount that he'll play. Does that take some time, or is that a thing where you have to get chemistry as six guys, or is it specific and units?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a combination of everything. There's chemistry whenever you're playing with new partners within a new system. You come from a different team that plays a completely different way. It's going to take a few games to get used to the system that you play here in Edmonton. But I mean, you look at the guys who brought in; those are good vets that have played in this league and played in very dependable roles, throughout their career. So they're guys that they're going to get in and mesh with their partner, and it's exciting to look at our D-core now and know the potential that we have.
Just on another subject, they seem to be cracking down on cross-checking, at least in the preseason. As a defenseman, that's one of the tools you use to kind of clear the front of the net. Do you have to be more careful, or are you going to feel out the refs to see how this thing goes? Yeah,
I mean, there's every year when the season starts, there seems to be a rule that they're bringing in, cracking in on, and they're keeping a very extra eye on that cross-checking now. And I think as a D-man, there are some of those plays that they're cracking down on that I haven't gotten away with a whole lot. So I don't know if we have to change too much, but there's definitely, you got to be aware of your stick, and anytime these rules come in, they're there to create more offense, and just having that knowledge within your head, you got to know. If you do it excessively, the refs will let you get away with a little bit. If you do it excessively, they have no choice but to put you in the box.
I was going to ask you, do the refs, when you're on the ice, sometimes you'll be in the corner and the ref will yell, okay, one more time doing that and you're getting a penalty. Do you see that with the cross-checks? Because players clear people out of the way all the time with their cross-check, and it's not necessarily vicious.
Yeah, guiding someone out of the front of the net, I don't think they'll ever have a problem with that. But I mean, cross-checking someone in the lower back or in the ribs and very blatant in your eye or in your face, you're not going to get away with those at all. And that's, I think, more so they're trying to eliminate those from the game, right? Those are dangerous when the puck is coming in from a point, and as a D-man, you're cross-checking the forward into the shot. Like those are dangerous plays that you want to get out of the game. So it's good that they're cracking down on plays like that. And so there's you don't get away with much, especially when they're starting to implement these rules.
You talked to Archibald being out with his heart muscle problem, the difficult situation for Archibald.
Yeah, it's you never want to hear anyone going through anything like that. So we're hope that Archie can get back to to good health before anything else. Before you even worry about hockey, you want to make sure that he takes care of that issue, because that's as important as a piece of your body as you have.
Thank you.
Darnell over here. Just wanted to ask about your game. You took some pretty big steps last year. What do you view as kind of the next evolution for you? What areas do you think you have more room to kind of push further than you even did last year?
Yeah, I think just continuing to clean up the D zone and breaking up more and more plays and be able to make plays off of the ones that I kill. I think that's kind of another dimension I could take it to. Obviously, when you're out there playing a lot of minutes, there's times that you don't want to overexert yourself and put yourself in bad positions. And as you get more and more experience in this league, you learn more and more. When I wouldn't say save yourself isn't the word for it, but when to really put out, and when to put yourself in the right position to be able to break up plays. So I think as that knowledge continues to build within me through experience, those are areas of the game I want to continue to play and pick up on. And on top of that, to be able to contribute offensively is good. But you can't just be a one-year thing. You got to do it year after year. And but a lot of the opportunities I got last year on the offensive zone or on the offensive side came from the play in the D zone. So as long as I continue to shore up being that guy that I can be dependent on to play those high minutes, the rest of my game will continue to take off.
You look at the shape of the blue line in some ways, and there's guys that can provide offense. Those guys that can really defend at a really high level. Do you think that skill set is the most needed of you, of all the things that you can do, that ability to defend is more important than anything this year?
Yeah, I think, obviously lost Lars, who did a lot of that heavy lifting defensively. So, for me, I love to defend, though. So I think, the challenge of going out there and playing against top players and being in a position where, if the line that you're playing against has that impact, it can, weigh heavily on the outcome of the game. I think those are, as a player, that's the type of pressure that you want to play under each and every night. And I think that's what's going to drive, for me, that is what's driving what, for me, I want to be better defensively, because I know that's the type of impact that probably I need to bring most this year.